Hello.
Hey, Evan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good, Evan. How's the day so far?
It's been pretty good. I just finished a workout, and got a bunch more stuff to do. After that, I got to put winter tires on and stuff like that. But yeah, my day's been pretty good. How about you?
Yeah, it's almost done, the end of the day. So it's good.
End of the day for you?
Oh, yeah, I live on the other side of the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's funny. Where do you where around the world are you?
I'm in India.
Oh, India. Wow,
Yeah,
that's incredible.
thanks, Evan. So, Evan, last Friday you put up your EP Zero Point Energy. So,
Yeah.
could you tell me a bit about the production and the songwriting process behind this EP?
Oh, yeah. Sure. So basically, I would come up with just like I was doing a lot of experimenting with coming up with just like industrial sounding drum beats. And so I would basically have um, just a bunch of stuff distorted. Like I wasn't really thinking about anything in terms of like, is this going to sound too like uh, kind of like high pitched or anything like that. Um, but yeah, basically just distorted a bunch of drums and then came with the drum idea to Lori, who plays bass.
Yeah.
And we had another drummer at the time, Anthony, and he would basically kind of play what I wrote out. And yeah, so we did that for this EP, and then for the production of like when it was actually like time to record the stuff. Um, so Ian Gomez is like a really talented audio engineer in Toronto. He's done work with some like really great bands that I really like Odonis and Grays, and he's just kind of like he just knows what he's doing when it comes to making like um uh like loud music
Yeah.
like good, you know. Or like the way that I was like the way that I like it. And so yeah, we went to him, and basically we realized, oh, um these drums are like there's not much impact, so we had to put some like actual drums behind it, so we had to put some like actual like kick and snare in there.
Mhm.
But yeah, basically that was it. And then when we came up with the drum parts, we would come up with guitar and bass, and then last would be vocals.
Wonderful, wonderful. And was there any particular concept that was put behind this album?
Yeah, I've been really I really want to kind of like get into the idea of like I wanted to like put like shoegaze sound and like harsh noise together, but also like make it punk. And that's kind of what I was going for. And I was kind of like thinking like, oh, okay, like this could be like I had a number of like ideas for what to call it, and I was like, oh, this could be kind of like noise gazer or like glitch punk or something like that. Um, uh, but yeah, that was the main concept. I want to like I'm always kind of like looking for things that I can like put together and then kind of create something um, uh, new or something that I haven't like I don't think I've heard it yet, you know. So I wanted to like put them together and try and like come up uh, with what I was thinking.
Wonderful, wonderful. And talking about the cover art, that's a bald head with tattooed 0 point energy. So what was
Oh
the
yeah.
real theme behind that?
Uh, I'm glad you liked it. I actually came up with the concept from Googling. I basically just wanted to have like some sort of album cover where people were kind of just like almost dead looking.
Yeah,
And so I saw actually saw like a group of people, and they were like these it was just like three people, and they were completely trashed, and it was like completely it was like these like really uh drunk people kind of just like they have their heads down and they're like clearly wasted. And I was like, that's kind of cool. But then I saw another picture where someone had like passed out at a party and someone shaved his head, like just like the top of his head. And they wrote in marker, they just wrote dubstep. And I just thought that was hilarious. And I was like, ooh, that would actually be a really interesting album cover if I can get someone to shave their head and like write that on there. But of course, no one was willing to do it, so I had to do it. So I had a bald head for the first time in my life for a couple of months.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And talking about this EP, it's really amazingly done. One industrial noise kind of recording. It was super amazingly done. And at times it sounds like Kurt Cobain goes industrial. So, so the voice was totally amazing, and the entire EP was totally a rocking one. And I totally enjoyed each and every song in this EP. And how, as a creator, do you feel about the outcome of this EP?
Pardon me, what was that last part?
How, as the person who really created you behind the scene, what do you feel about the outcome?
I would, to be honest, now that it's out, I would kind of do some things differently. But you know what? This was recorded 3 years ago, and I've been listening to these songs for a long time, being like, do I need to do anything else to it? You know? And I'm like, it's out, it's done. I'm glad it's done. I'm working on, more stuff that's within kind of like the same vein, but I feel like I've learned a lot in terms of like audio production and stuff like that. So it's gonna be still like definitely in that kind of like noise gazer, but like industrial shoegaze punk kind of like I guess sound. And I'm just way more excited about that because I think that sounds way more crisper and just like, yeah, I feel like that is gonna just be way better. But I'm really glad that you like this, because I mean that it's great. It's kind of cool to be doing all of this now finally, like 3 years later. I mean, like I've got like another album that is basically written. It just needs to be mixed and mastered. So hopefully I can get that and show it to you as soon as I can, really.
Awesome. And is there any touring plans ahead for you in this year or early next year?
Yeah, well, we don't have anything set right now. I'd like to tour as much as possible because I love touring. I mean, I haven't really I've toured with like a few punk bands in the past, and it was always a ton of fun. And I just love kind of like the whole adventure of the thing, but yeah, nothing really set in stone. I'm trying to get some local shows around my area and just get a few of those down, and then hopefully we can do like a couple weeks around Canada, or like on like the east coast of like Canada, and like hopefully in the States as well. But unfortunately nothing overseas yet. unless a label wants to front that money and be like, you got to do it, man, here you go, then I'd be more than happy to do it. But
awesome. And even, would you like to share how looping really started and how you guys got together?
Yeah, sure. Basically I was in a punk band called Foam, and I played drums for that. I'm actually like mainly a drummer, really, like that's kind of like my strongest instrument. And so it was that, and then I was starting to I was wanting to write my own music more, and I was really influenced by like Nirvana and Sonic Youth and My Bloody Valentine, and I'm sure there's more, but I can't think of any. But those are like the three big ones. And I basically wanted to have like this kind of like shoegaze, like punk rock kind of group. And so we basically all just switched instruments, and that was if you've listened to the first album, that was that. No one really knew. I mean, like the drums were were from the bassist from that band, and he hadn't really played too much drums.
Yeah.
But I feel like he still did an okay job of it, considering. Yeah, the singer and guitarist was the bassist for that, and so yeah, everyone just kind of switched instruments, and I had some songs kind of laid out, and they helped write their own parts and kind of made it what it is.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what will be some of the next plans that you have in mind?
Well, I would love to get some. I would love to be able to tour again. I want to have physical copies. We're gonna have CD and tape copies of this EP as soon as we can. I'd eventually like to get vinyl copies as well. But I also really want to get the mixes kind of fleshed out, and those mixes mastered for the stuff that I'm currently working on. Because like that's kind of like the most exciting kind of like that's like the stuff on the horizon, you know.
Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good. And would you like to share some of the great moments that you had over the years?
The great moments. Great moments. Well, I mean, just recently, I contacted someone who I'm a big fan of, and they really liked the new stuff, and they're gonna mix it. So that was really cool. My friend Daniel Monkman is doing really well. He's got a shoegaze project called Soon, which is like it's spelled ZOON, and that's like I feel like you'd really like it. It's really it's like just like a really nice shoegaze band, and he's doing really well. So, and I kind of knew him before he started getting like pretty big in Canada, so that's really exciting too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of just like keep my head down and focus on the process and stuff like that. So hasn't really been too much as of late, but yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. And going forward, do you have plans to do more experimentation to the music that you create, or are you going to stick to the single genre?
Oh, I'd like to expand some more stuff. I was kind of like thinking of oddly enough, I've been listening to like a lot of classical music with like piano and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'd really like to kind of like try and find a way to bring like that kind of like harsh noise aspect with the piano. I think that'd be an interesting kind of mix, but I have never tried. I don't really know how to play piano or anything like that, but it would be interesting. That would be kind of like something I would like to eventually expand on.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And what would be the dreams for you?
I mean, it would be great. I mean, I've got a lot of ambition, but like a great thing would be is if a label were to contact us and decide to just help with producing physical copies and help with touring, because we we haven't really had the chance to tour that much because of the restrictions. They're all kind of like lifted right now in Canada, but it's still kind of like kind of tricky for us. So we'd really love to get a booking agent. That would really help us. But yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Even finally, what would be the message that you want to give to the fans and to the people who are new to Looping?
Give it a chance. I know it's abrasive as hell. But yeah, just give it a chance. That's all I can say. It's really abrasive, but I feel like if you're into that kind of stuff, you'll like it. So yeah.
Wonderful, Ewan. And Ewan, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to talk to you today in this interview. And thank you for the amazing EP 0 Point Energy that you have put out recently last Friday. Thanks for the great music. And thanks again. It's a pleasure talking to you, Ewan.
Yeah, it was great talking to you too. I hope you stay happy, healthy, and just take care.
You too, Ewan. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.